We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello, and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at The Dirt Witch, Issue 1. This is a 2024 comic published by Blood Moon Comics, written and created by Jon McCarthy, pencils by Thomas Tikas, inks by Larry Welch, assistant inker was Angie Schultz, colors by Jorge Martinez, flats by Hannah Shayne Cui, letters by Garrett Berner, edited by Anna Hoffpower Sites, cover by Thomas Tikas. Cover's actually pretty good, and it does relate to what's going on in the book. It got me to buy it, especially at $7. That's saying something. But I thought it looked creepy. So we find this guy watching a news report about a missing kid, and his daughter gets up and says, "Hey, I'm not sleepy," or whatever, and the cops kick in the door. Oh my gosh. And then we find out that this guy is none other than Randall Rogers. So we have to go to the past, 14 years ago, to when he was in 7th grade and getting picked on by bullies. Well, his friend tries to cheer him up by giving him a very rare vinyl album, one of a kind allegedly, that he picked up on the dark web. And supposedly, this was recorded by a Norwegian black metal band the day they were all killed. So he takes the album home, plays it backwards, as you're supposed to do with evil, satanic black metal, I guess. But he didn't seem to see anything wrong. Unfortunately, something did happen. And something really creepy and sinister happens to crawl out of the ground, and it's a sort of demon. But it's not a slave to the kid, quite the opposite. It's an interesting premise that probably would make a pretty good movie. But it was a pretty interesting story, well written. The art's not too bad, not really my thing, but some pretty good perspective shots and good shading techniques. Still amateur, but definitely better than a lot of stuff Marvel's doing. There were some pretty gruesome scenes in the book, and it's definitely going to be a little bit gory for most people, but I thought it was an interesting read. Is it worth $7? Probably not, but it's better than most $5 books. So I will recommend it if you like horror books. If you could track it down at a reasonable price, I'd say pick it up and check it out. It's definitely got a good creepy premise, and the monster is pretty disgusting, and they cross a lot of the boundaries that you don't normally see crossed in horror movies. So I would say that kind of sets it apart from a lot of the horror comics out there, and it was definitely an interesting read. So I will recommend it for those reasons. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.